Hello friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. I don't know, I was gonna say Kate's Crafting Order. That would be weird. Anyways, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner and we are gonna get ready for Vlogmas today. So I went to storage, I pulled out the Christmas decorations that go in the craft room, and I'm going to start putting them up, start displaying my advents, and I thought I'd take you guys along for the ride. So I'm gonna put on some little Christmas music and time lapse this video, and we're gonna be cleaning up the mess that is my craft room before we get ready to display things. So soccer is going to be on in the background. You may have noticed I've been also vlogging the soccer, the World Cup. And so I'm trying to keep these two things separate. So Vlogmas is separate from the World Cup stuff. So that will be on in the background, but that will not be featured in this video. So let's get ready. I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see the chaos we're dealing with. Okay. So here we have the very messy craft room. Christmas boxes I got from storage, a billion dog beds. That's where I usually put my tea advent. Oh, you can see me in the mirror. Plates from snacking during the World Cup. I brought the Christmas wrapping paper so I can try to wrap the boxes that my yarn advents came in so that they'll be a nice looking display. This is probably going to stay how it is. I left the lights up last year. And then over here, I'm going to clear off most of this and display an advent or two there. Maybe change what's written on the background. But yeah. Oh, and then there's the mess that is the desk. I'm thinking about displaying the yarn advents along this edge, so I need to clear away the cross stitch projects. And then my desk is also a mess. I might try to put one advent over here, so try to put these away in a different box. There's Samantha. I had her like pretending to be like a gamer. She was holding these, but yeah, that's my American Girl doll Samantha. I've had her since I think I was 10 or maybe even younger. So, yep, this is the craft room. In here, I have last year's the cozy comfort throw for my advents. I think I did like 3 days. In here, I have the sparkly one that I have to the Christmas advent one, but I have to finish the seasonal one before I can add this to that granny stripe blanket. And in here we have the colors of the fade that I never even started. This box is actually empty. In here we have unstarted Mill Hill kits. A lot of them are Christmassy, that's why they're in a Christmas box. And this is just, well, that got chewed on by a dog. Thanks, dogs. But just some Caring Simply Soft extras that I have. The final two boxes, if I have, extra time, is what I might dive into. So in this one, we have last year's Gilmore Girls advent that I never finished. And in here, we have 2 advents from about 3 years ago that I didn't like the projects I started with them, so they're still the full complete advent, but they have been opened. But I have projects in mind for both of them. One is a like 10-gram advent set, and the other one is a full one. But yeah, so we're gonna get that all ready, and soon I am going to start my bullet journal spreads that are advent related. Oh, and I've got a Sockmas cast on to do too. So these are from the World Cup America match that happened today. That's my burrito I'm about to eat. Stitch markers. I mean, this place is a mess. Socks that need to be washed. The pattern I'm currently working on. medicine from when I was sick. I mean, there is some work to be done here. So, yep, I'm gonna take you along for the ride. Hi friends. Okay, so I have spent, I don't know, almost 9 hours probably cleaning up and tidying and setting up everything for Vlogmas. Like my advents, I did a lot of cleaning actually and organizing, more than I had thought that I would do. So in a minute, I will turn the camera around and walk around and show you what I've done, including the setting up of my advents. But the first thing I wanted to do is on the stitch marker advent, I ordered a project bag as well. And I know it says no peeking, and everything like that. However, I am planning on using this project bag for one of my advents, the Starfall one. Yes, the Starfall gradient one. I'm planning on using this bag for. So I'm gonna open it up now so I can place it with the project and put the needles inside and just be as ready for that to start. So even though I don't think I'm supposed to open it before December 1st, I'm going to open it here with you guys. So, and I don't really consider this cheating because when I bought it, it was with the plan of using it with one of my advents. So I'm not gonna post it to a bunch of social media or try to spoil it for anyone or whatever. But it's not like it's one of the stitch markers that's part of the set. So I mean, there's no instructions about whether this is supposed to be a December 1st thing or a Christmas Day part, so this is a massive bag. Oh my gosh. It is definitely designed for an advent size project. I love it. Okay, so here it is. Isn't that awesome? Very festive, very Christmassy. And on the handle, she one side says Christmas 2022 and the other side says Adornits, which is the name of the company. So I am very happy with this massively large project bag. And I will, I don't know if there's any pockets in here. I don't want to lose them. There are no pockets in here. That's okay. That is perfectly okay. I might go get a little, little pouch and put it in here so I don't use the extra cords, because here, let me just show you guys. Okay, the project I have planned that's going to go in this one is called the Anthology Throw, and this project, it's a circle, like a circle blanket, and so I have 3 different size cords so that I can, as the blanket grows, I can increase the cord size. So I don't want to lose my extra cords in this very large bag. But so I might go get that. And in case I need any stitch markers for it or anything like that, I don't want to lose that either. But this is a very nice bag. I'm so happy and so glad I decided to order the bag. This advent also comes with a mystery skein. I think it's self-striping, but I don't remember for sure. But I think I'm going to save that to open. Well, maybe I'll open it on December 1st. I'm not positive, because Christmas I think I'll be celebrating with my family. The other, well, I think all of my advents came with a full-size skein. However, Canon hand dyeds came wrapped in visible, so it was no secret. Actually, when I bought this advent, it said it wasn't going to come with a full-size skein, and in the note she sent with this advent, she says that due to the faded nature of this particular advent, she doesn't recommend using this skein with any project. She says, like, it's basically just a bonus, and that, yeah, it's just a bonus. She is offering extra of these, and I am so tempted to order some extras to make like a large project. I think a sweater would look so pretty in this, but I don't know that I want to splurge on a sweater's quantity. But look at how beautiful this shade of, oh yeah, I like that. This shade of purple is so pretty. I think it would make such a nice sweater, or maybe a large size shawl or something. And this one has sparkles. You can see a little bit. So yeah, that is the extra that came with this. I'm now going to turn this around and show, oh, well, I'll mention one more thing actually first. So I was looking at the calendar and I realized that if you do advents, like the 4 Sundays before Christmas advent type of situations, that actually the first one is this Sunday, which is tomorrow. And so I am going to start these globes starting on this Sunday. I'll start the first one, and then I'll start one each Sunday leading up to Christmas. So I will be starting in order, with the first one being this cute little reindeer. I don't know if I will be able to finish each one in a week with everything else that I am doing, but it'll be fun trying. And the kit came with everything, so the perforated paper here for each one. It came with needles. I bought this separate, but threw them a little snowflake, and then the yarn, not the yarn, geez Louise, the DMC. There's no specialty floss in this one. I did put it all, I bought this from them, and because the colors are so different that I shouldn't get them confused with each other, I felt safe using this. So here it is, and I am so excited to start this project tomorrow. I've decided to put it into this project bag that I've actually had for a while. I had it listed on my shop and no one ever bought it, so I'm gonna use it. It's just a plain green on the inside. Yeah. So I'm really excited to start this project tomorrow and to continue with all of the crafty stuff. I am now going to turn it around and show you guys all of the various advents and how I have them displayed and talk about plants. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we will start over here with this corner. I made a tiny little drawing of a snow Christmas tree, and I put this Little House Needleworks tree farm. I made this a while ago, so I don't remember for sure the name. And then up top, I have also this one. And the advent I have set up over here is the Harry Potter advent. And aren't they so cute? And I have, there's a full skein in here, and I know this is a mug. I can feel the handle here. Without even trying to peek, I can feel that this is a mug. So there's a full skein here that came with it, and I will be making granny squares with this advent. It did come with, well, these were spread out all over the top, little peppermint candies. I gathered them all into a bag. I just put these here for decorations. These are some of my most used essential oils. And a couple candles, Jingle and Jolly. And then these are just hair ties I made. The dog's beds are all down there. Up here, I have my chocolate lint advent calendar. I said I wasn't going to do lint again, but they changed the design this year, and I do just love lint chocolate. And the other ones in the store were not calling to me. So this is meant to be a full set, but I haven't finished the others, so I have 7 of them hung up along the various and I put up the little reindeer. Last year I put up the reindeer each day, but I thought this year I might use the reindeer to hold in the cards after I do each of the cross stitch pieces. So this, I just keep with the Christmas ones. I don't know why. This Harry Potter Pez, I found like 2 years ago, and I always display it. I haven't opened it or eaten it. I don't know why. I forgot about this cross stitch I had made until like the end of the Christmas season last year. So I just put it up here on top of this box with the various knickknacks of knitting and crochet stuff that I keep here. I moved my picture of Jesus to up there. The snow globe from last year's quilting advent that I did. I didn't do it again this year. Up here is this, I think I got it at Costco like 2 years ago. Last year I put the reindeer in here, and this year my husband put those little tiny skeins in. I do not know which skeins he put in which. I do know he left out a lot of my favorites though, but whatever. This is technically my husband's, but I displayed in here, and I think it's super cute. I need to finish the other 2 I have done like this, so they will all have this fabric backing and just made into tiny little pillow things. The countdown to Christmas is right here. you can see some more of the reindeer and the little stockings. I'm hoping next year I'll have all of them done, and then I will put something in there. I moved all these around so that I could have one cubby with my Advent related projects. I'll move that out the way. So this is one Advent sock. This is another Advent sock. This is the Bakery Bears Advent project. And this is my Christmas patterns. So I put them all in there. And at the end of Vlogmas, I will rearrange it all again. Because I normally have all the Christmas stuff in here and only the Christmas stuff in there. Next, that brings us to the tea Advent. And these are different tiny little socks that I made. They're supposed to be ornaments. Anyways, so what I did this year is I put the cross-stitch cards in each one with the tea. I have not looked at any of them. I put them straight in. So the tea is in each pouch, as is that day's cross-stitch. And when I'm done with one, I will bring it over to that day's reindeer and put it like that, since I think that these are really pretty cute festive designs. The cards. Okay, so then that brings us over here. I leave the window open a lot, so I just put some stuff there. These are my extended Lord of the Rings, which are in the opposite order as what they should be. This is leftover from last year when they had to replace my tea Advent. So half of the days are still in there, so I figure I'll just drink them this year. I brought back out the Harry Potter Advent, and what I didn't realize the first time I did it is that in here there's a book, and it explains each of the day's Advents. So I don't have them back in the proper order. And the other thing is, I lost one of the ornaments. I think I stuck it in a different one, but day 24 is empty. So hopefully I'll find it while unpacking the rest of the Christmas boxes, but for now, that's there. This is my yarn winding station also. I did make sure to check that this would open up and not hit anything, so that I could have everything lined up, and that this could wind the mini skeins and not mess anything up. So I am happy with that. Up here I have a few things for my Secret Santa that I need to mail out on Monday. Down here I have the candle Advent. It does come with a paper that tells you what each day is. And then I bought this extra. I thought it was so cute. It has matchsticks, and at the bottom you can light it on there. And I think that that's so cute. I bought little mini ones that my 2 giveaway winners will receive a little mini one of these. And I'll split the candles that I'm not a fan of the scent between the 2 giveaways. This is the Stitch Marker Advent. And see, it comes with a full skein. Here's a little welcome thing that I will read on the first day. It includes a poem. And so come over here to the desk. That's still the World Cup stuff going on. I just took some, so I did have some yarn in here. And I just put that in the big one. And I stuck some random small ornaments in here, and I thought that that was a cute design. And that one, this needs batteries, but I'm hoping to put it in maybe this one or at the bottom of this one and have it look all like festive. Which then brings us to my work table. And this is my Lord of the Rings Advent, and I will be using this project bag. I am making the it's another throw, Radvent throw. Sorry, I'm trying to open this one-handed to pull out my little sample. So as a reminder, each blanket square will look like this. It took me about 3 or 4 hours to do it, so I'm hoping I'll be able to stay caught up, but with so much up in the air right now with life, who knows? So, got that. So that brings us to the anthology shawl, not shawl, it's another throw. And when I was wrapping the box for this, which is Snowman, I didn't even know that it would match this. That was a complete surprise, so that's really nice. Walking back around, I have this throw that my mom made. It's a Grinch hexagon, and my mom made that, and I always like to put it on my chair. There's a pillow on that blanket. Little baby sleeping. And coming back around here, this is a pair of socks I'm trying to do for Sockmas with Nitty Natty. I'm going to cast that on later tonight. This is it's a Christmas sticker by the number, and there are 28 designs in here, so I'm kind of hoping to be able to do like one a day. Some are more demanding than others. I am going to later be making my spreads in here, and I will include that as a separate clip. I believe that is everything that I was going to mention in this section. One more thing, I guess. Semi-Sane Stitchers has a thing called Whip Wranglers this year. You roll a 20-sided dice, and it determines which project you work on. So I chose 20 Christmas whips, and in another day, not today, I will do a preview of all of those, and I will include that in my Vlogmas preview video. So that will be coming for you in just a few minutes, actually, but for me, in another day. Maybe tomorrow. So that's all for now. I forgot one more advent to tell you guys about, and this is the Harry Potter 10 Good Jelly Bean Flavors advent. So it's only 10 different flavors, and I bought it kind of spur of the moment decision making, but I thought that would be fun. I do have the Bon Moment jam advent, and that's downstairs. So those are, and the tea advent I made for myself that I have with my family and one friend. So I will bring those out later. friends. Okay, so I don't know about the rest of you, but when I think holidays and Vlogmas and everything, one of the things I think about is seasonal foods. So I am going to be previewing the seasonal foods that I'm going to be trying. This is going to seem like a lot of food, but keep in mind that this is going to be split with my husband and any family that comes to visit and stuff like that. So most of the things came from the World Market. A few things came from Winco. So yeah, I'm just going to go over them and then hopefully be able to try them and share my experiences with you. I try to get things from different countries, but they didn't have as many options this time. So we'll see. Most of them are from England, I think. But we'll start with one from Sweden, which are ginger snaps. My mom hates ginger, hates it with a passion. So, we didn't grow up eating gingerbread cookies or ginger snaps or anything like that. So I'm excited to try these. And I think, no, my husband was talking about shortbread, not gingerbread cookies. So I'm really excited to try those. I see people talk about, I see them in movies, and I don't know that I've actually ever tried ginger snaps, at least not in any recent years. Next up, we have Auntie's Delicious Spotted Dicks. They're in pods. You put them in the microwave for like 30 seconds. I think I've tried this one before, but I thought it would be fun because, I mean, you hear about these things mentioned in like Harry Potter or other British books, so I thought it would be fun to try. And then they had another flavor that just seemed like delicious. I mean, it doesn't seem Christmas flavored at all. It's just chocolate. But my husband, I make him sometimes chocolate cake in a mug. You microwave it, super simple. And he really likes that, so I thought that he would enjoy trying and doing that. Next we have Walker's Spiced Orange and Cranberry Mince Pies. These, I've never tried these ones. I normally get the just regular ones, but they hadn't put that in stock, so I'm really hoping to be able to get out to the World Market again and pick up some, because regular mince pies are a huge part of our Christmas tradition. They're pretty popular in South Africa, which is how I've had them before. But I've never tried these orange cranberry ones with this different kind of crust on top, so I'm really excited to try them. This one is from Italy, and that's a panettone. This one always, like, I see it in the store, and I see people buy it, and to me it always looks dry and kind of more like, bread than a cake or something. I don't know. So I'm really interested to try this. I hope it's good. When I bought it, the guy at the counter was the guy checking me out was talking about it, and he was like, "Oh, it's so good to have the little ones because I'll just eat the whole big one in one sitting." And I was like, "Oh, he really likes them." So I'm hoping for something good. Another British item is a rich fruit pudding. So this is something I'll definitely be eating with my husband, and maybe there's 4 servings in this. So maybe if my mom is up visiting, then one night we'll have, because I think she's gonna come up in mid-December, I'm hoping. So then one night we could try this and have that for a dessert. I just got some shortbread cookies. I know what these taste like, but they're festive and they're fun. And my husband and I both like shortbread cookies. Last year I did the Walker's shortbread cookie advent calendar, but I only really liked the normal ones. Like, I didn't like it when it was the chocolate chip day and things like that. So what I decided to do is this year I purchased a package of shortbread cookies. There are 20 small sizes, so I'm just gonna have like one little package a day as like a Christmas treat. So it's a reasonable size serving. It'll keep me from eating a whole package in one go, like a whole package in one go. And it's the part of the shortbread cookies that I like the most anyways. From Trader Joe's, I got these peppermint creams. I got these last year. I don't honestly remember if I liked them or not. I love York peppermint patties, so I'm hoping I did like them. So I got those. I didn't try these last year. Dark chocolate covered peppermint JoJo's. They looked good, so I got those to try. Just as like a small candy treat one day. I thought that was fun. Another small candy treat is these candy canes. I might stuff them in my own stocking. My favorite Christmas time candy is the Christmas candy frosted nerds. This combination of flavors is just delicious, and not only is it my favorite, it's also my sister's. So yeah. And then from Winco, my last two things, these are no, actually this is from Trader Joe's. Autumnal pie truffles. So there's 4 flavors, and I thought that my husband and I could split them and just try them. So there's milk and white chocolate with caramel apple cinnamon filling, milk and dark chocolate with cranberry ginger cinnamon filling, milk and dark chocolate with salted caramel pecan filling, and milk and white chocolate with chocolate and vanilla creme filling. So I thought these sounded fun, and yeah, something to share with my husband. And the final thing, and I know that there's no redeeming quality in these, is these Little Debbie's Christmas tree cakes. And I do actually like these. Luckily, they're individually packaged, so I could only eat like one at a time. And there's only 5 packages in here. So I'm thinking just one a week. Maybe as like a Friday night treat. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about them. So those are my Vlogmas Christmas treats snacks that will be spread out across a whole month, and probably not even all finished during the month. But yeah, I just thought that, you know, food is a big part of the holidays, and I would share those with you. So I will be back shortly with my final segment, which is cross-stitch Christmas related projects that I will be working on during December. So be back soon. Okay, we are here with the final segment for this pre-Vlogmas vlog, and that is my cross-stitch projects. So I am participating in this event called Whip Wranglers and Semi-Sane Stitches on Facebook, and in it you pick 20 whips that you want to wrangle. Okay, so Whip Wranglers on Semi-Sane Stitches is where you pick 20 whips, and you roll a 20-sided die, and that tells you which of those whips that you are going to try to wrangle. And that is to do 300 stitches on that whip, and then you roll the die again, and the object is to try to wrangle all 20 whips by the end of the month. I think if you roll the same number again, you do 100 or 200 stitches. I don't remember which. And if you roll it a third time or more, then it's considered naughty or something like that, and you don't need to do more stitches on it. It's considered fully wrangled. So I picked 20 Christmas related cross stitch projects that I am going to work on for this event. And I have them here, so I thought I'd do like a mini whip parade. I did have a few that unfortunately didn't make the cut because apparently I have more than 20 Christmas or winter themed projects. So I went through my project spreadsheet and wrote them down, but that's in alphabetical order, and I didn't want my my whips to be in alphabetical order. So then after that I used a list randomizer to put them in their order. So the first one up is Balthazar from Mill Hill. That's what he will look like. And here is where he is at. So not much done. Definitely need to do some wrangling on this whip. This is for my mom and dad. I am working on doing the nativity, all of the nativity related Mill Hill ornaments for them. The next one up is Celtic Winter. I am doing a color conversion. This is really bad quality, but it gives you the color idea. For Celtic Winter, this one actually involves using both the winter and the autumn charts. Anyway, there's like a lot of changes on it. Let me see if I have the cover picture for the original winter. Yeah, this is what she looked like originally. So in white and stuff like that. And I just prefer this blue and purple of the color conversion that I found. So, not much done. Some work on her dress. So I'll probably, when it's rolled, work some more on her dress. But that is where that one is at. The third whip is one from a while ago, and it was the tiny Christmas stitch along, and I think I got up to day 14, and each of the days is just a really small amount of work that needs to be done. So 300 stitches on this should give me some really good, decent progress. I would love to get this done soon. Next up, we have the 12 Days of Christmas by Paulette Stewart. My holdup with this has always been I foolishly decided to stitch it in satin, TMC satin, and it is not the nicest floss to work with. So here is where I'm at. I've done a little crown. I think I'm doing all of the crowns because I think there are crowns on all of them. I'm doing on all the days. I'm doing them all in that yellow color, and then I've got I've got some red, some green, that satin, that yellow color, this like brassy color, and white. So this is like a silver, I think. So, yeah, I'd love to make some progress on this. Oops. I think someone recommended years ago to me this thread straightener to help tame the satin. I haven't opened it, so I haven't tried it yet. But we'll give it a try when it gets called. This is one of the oh, I also have black. This is one of the projects I contemplating not putting on my Whip Wrangler list in favor of another one that got cut. Like, I mean, Santa's Village didn't make the cut, things like that. But I decided I'm considering restarting Santa's Village because I don't think I ordered the fancy flosses to do it with, and I'd much prefer to do it with those. And then I can't find any of my patterns for it. I'm sure they're in a box somewhere. But, so I didn't want to put in like 300 to 500 stitches on it when I'm going to restart it. So that's why it didn't make the cut. This is a kit that I started a long time ago called Let It Snow. I think the last time I worked on it, I worked on putting all of the threads in little baggies with the symbol on it to try to make it easier. And this is one I'm doing as I backstitch as I go along. So the fabric is atrociously dirty, let me tell you. This is back when I was doing masking tape on it, so I just need to get this done. I do think it's really cute. I do enjoy working on it when I do work on it. It's just, you know, seeing the dirty fabric is sad. And then also, the masking tape, it's not going to leave much border space. Just, you know, those early stitcher mistakes that you make. The next one up is Advent Animals from Brooks Books. So I have all of the pieces of fabric cut out for all of them. I finished 2 of them. So I finished number 1 and number 2. And so I will be working on Mary Mouse, which is number 3. These are all free, and I believe they're still up on Brooks Books website. And I bought this to make little hangers of them when I eventually finish them and I'm able to turn them into little ornaments. And so this is what Mary Mouse looks like. So I will be starting her. I'm not going to count it as a new start because, and I decided, same thing, not going to count as new start with each of the snow globes because it's not a new start on my tracker. So even though I count each finish to allow me to have new starts, they happen so infrequently that it doesn't matter. And if I have to buy a new start for each series, I'm eventually going to run out of projects that are easily able to finish a part so that I can start another part in an already existing series. So that's not going to be the case for like Mill Hills that are like in a series because they're like separate like that. But for like this, stitch alongs, those type of things, the snow globes, where the patterns are all like together or whatever. Anyways, next up is Merry and Bright from Frosted Pumpkins. And here is where this one is at. So I've stitched the whole border, and I've been using this in the past for like color challenges. So that's why I've got random things in random places. Like I think one time I needed so many stitches in this green, so I've got it in various places. I'm guessing I needed like 50 stitches in this brown color. Anyways, so would love to get more done on this one. Next up we have Mary from Clouds Factory. It's a Sweet World series. And so this, I don't have a cover picture, just the pattern, and I don't want to show the pattern. So it's 3 like elves, and there's a tree, a house, and another house. And then across the top is the word Mary. And yeah, it's not a very big pattern. It looks like it's 100 across by 60 down, but there's a lot of blank space. So I would love to like maybe finish up the little elves, get a bigger start on this house. This last elf guy is so where his shoes are, that's as far across as it goes. So yeah, it's like there's 4 pattern pieces, and you're supposed to be able to interchange it to say different things. And then there's like a Halloween one too, so you could like Merry Spooky Christmas or something like that. Anyways, next up we have Merry Christmas by the Letter from Lizzie Kate. This is what it will look like when it's done. And this is the only project I have on my Q-Snap in this whole thing. So I'll take the top one off so you can see. I've finished 2 letters, the M and the E. So my favorite time every year. So there's a button that's going to be the O right there. My favorite time every year, and now I've started the R for the first R. So this one goes really fast actually when you're working on it. And I do really like this one. Oops, I almost left out the pattern, or one of the pattern parts. Next up we have Celtic Noel from Lavender and Lace. This is what she looks like. And I'm stitching her on the called for fabric, even though I don't love it. Maybe I'll look at, well, but I've done so much. So I decided on this one to start working from the top down. So I was working on all those motifs. This is where the dress comes in. So I've almost got that whole row of motifs completed. So I need to see actually if I have completed them. And if so, then, well, if so, what am I going to work on next? I could do the red line of the border on either side and then start working down like that, then down that way. I think I want to do the girl just last because, I mean, it looks nice. Next we have Yuletide Garden Labyrinth. I don't have a cover picture for this. This is from Carolyn Manning. This is a case of me centering my fabric really atrociously. So this mimics this one. So I have that one to go and then start working down, but I have all this fabric on this side. I don't know what I was thinking. But that is what it is. So that is where I am at. I went through a big Carolyn Manning phase, and I kind of like would like to return to it because I really enjoy her designs, but I haven't worked on any of them in quite some time, so I'm excited to get back to this one. Next we have up Quaker Christmas 2 Songs of the Season by Bygone Stitches. I am stitching this on black even weave. I had started it on black Ada. Did I already? Okay, yeah, I did take it out. And the pattern, I reversed how things are from like the pattern. So in the pattern, oh, and I'm just using DMC. I'm not using fancy threads. But the pattern, the words were in green and the motifs were in red, but green is my favorite color. And so I decided to do the motifs in green and the words in red. And I'm using a metallic for the stars. And I am seriously in love with how this looks. I am tempted to put this on the cross stitch stand, and just if I have extra minutes to work on this. Here is the fabric. You see how long it is, but it's kind of narrow. So yeah, this is Quaker Christmas 2 Songs of the Season. So far we have O Come All, and it's going to be Ye Faithful. In this one, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. Down here, Silver Bells. Love, love, love this project. In my cross stitch group, the Lord of the Rings one, this is my song challenge piece. So anytime they're singing in Lord of the Rings in the book, this is the project I pull out to work on. You have to do 300 stitches for each song instance, which means it adds up. It really does add up. That's how I've actually gotten as much stitched on this as I have, is that the songs keep coming. So I actually am behind in my song stitching, so I need to work on that. And I need to actually work on putting up a new challenge. Next we have Kringles from Little House Needleworks. I may be missing some fancy threads on this. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I am. Let's see. This is what I have. Maybe that's all that's called for. I don't know. I'll have to review. I thought I was missing, so I haven't been working on it, but because I got this at the start of the pandemic, and it was hard to like get the colors you need. This is all that I've done, a bit of the roof, and I am stitching this on 30 count Parisian gray legacy linen. This is the first time I've used this this fabric, and 30 count, and I think 30 count might be ideal for me when doing these kind of projects that don't have beads. I always do 28 count on project with beads, which sometimes means I have to go up to an unnecessarily large piece of fabric. But yeah, from the moment I saw this pattern, I was in love with it. I don't know why I haven't worked on it more. I'm guessing I don't have all of the colors. Then we have 'Twas the Night from Sue Hillis. I love this one. I have not done very much on it, and I think it's because I was afraid of stitching words and like how you carry it over. But the more of the Lizzie Kates I've done, the less I've been afraid of that. So, I mean, this is all that I have done is that. And that is from Stockings right there. I also don't know why I started in the middle of the fabric. I don't like to do that anymore. This is, oh, is this also a 30 count? 30 count light khaki. Anyways, I really like this one. I have all of the Santas that she released, but I've only been wanting to do one Sue Hillis like at a time. I don't know why, because I haven't applied that rule to like any other designer. But so I need to finish this so that I can start with the Santas. Next we have the Burrow, which is a snow globe. And I don't have much border space on this fabric because I'm going to try to fit 4 snow globes on here. I probably won't like frame it like that, but just that way it maximizes the fabric. And so I stitched the whole outline and part of the inside, and I am loving, loving, loving this. I was working obsessively on it until I forced myself to film a video, and then I put it aside and didn't work on it again. And so I'm glad that it will be called on and worked on. Next up is Royal Holiday from Mirabilia. And I am stitching this on a lovely green fabric. And here is where she is at. Apparently, I was all over the board in deciding where to stitch her. She looks quite scary with her face like that. Anyways, I love how this queen looks. Just need to give her some more time. One thing I might consider doing is when each one is called for the first time, I might start working on the floss drops, because sometimes I don't like to pull projects out to work on them if I have to struggle with finding threads. So just having like a length of each color might be helpful. I think I'm down to like the final 2. We have Reindeer Games from Country Cottage Needleworks. This is on that lamb's wool linen, which I just don't like at all. So I haven't done very much. And actually, I think a good portion of this is my youngest sister one time wanted to work on one of my cross-stitch projects. And so only a part of the border. So definitely need to give this project more attention. That's also one of the ones that was in contention to be taken out. Oh, I've got like 3 more. Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. Now, I only have one color of one floss color. And that's because I am using the Needle Point Ink Silks. And so I just bought one color so I could work on outlining the boxes. Because they're so expensive. And like, it's a kind of a good thing I did, because it is taking me forever, because I believe this is 40 count fabric and my eyes are just not that good. So I have one full box outlined and half of a second one. I'm now actually working on going across. So, I mean, maybe I'll finish a box with 300 stitches, or maybe get another one started. But yeah, that's all that's been done on here. And when I finish the boxes, I might order another couple of the colors as an award or something like that. I don't know. Now we have Christmas Christmas rules from Lizzie Kate. This is what it will look like when it's done. And here is where I am at now. Further than I thought, actually. Why do I have a needle just poking through? So I've finished the top section and 2 of the rules. So, I mean, not great considering I started this like 3 years ago, but not bad. The needle minder says, "Dear Santa, I can explain." And I just think that's so funny. Okay, this time for reals, the final one is the North Pole Welcome Sal from Tempting Tangles. So this came out in 2017, and I started it when it came out, but I wasn't fully convinced with the direction that the pattern was going, so I put it aside. And luckily I've seen it finished now and I like it, so I'll continue it. But that's all that I have done. This is on a sparkly fabric. I don't know if you can tell that, but it adds an extra nice feature. This is on Ada. And I don't usually use Ada a lot. The final project I wanted to mention is not part of the Whip Wranglers, but that is my frosted pumpkins that I am going to be starting every Sunday for the 4 Sundays leading up to Christmas. So tomorrow is today technically is Sunday. And so this is the first one I will be starting. That little reindeer. The next one in this series is this fox. I think he's so cute. Then we have this little penguin. I love penguins. And the final one, it's called, Lumi the Penguin. They do all have their own name. Is this Garland the Bear. And he's probably my least favorite, but he's still really cute. Or, is it a he or a she? Is that a bow? I don't know. Anyways, really, really cute. I love them all. And I got the kit, so I will be starting the first one, and I'm hoping to be able to finish one a week, but you know, that's probably really super ambitious. I'm keeping it in this cute bears project bag, bears and deers. And yeah, that's my kind of, I guess, Christmas whip parade. What I hope to work on during Vlogmas cross stitch wise, because it frequently gets taken over with knitting and yarn stuff. So I wanted to have a cross stitch plan, and when I saw the Whip Wranglers event, I knew that that was perfect. One of the things I just ordered for Black Friday was Amazon had a deal on like dice sets, and so this is a set of 5 complete sets that was like $8. So I'm gonna put one in my sister's stocking, well, hopefully 2 of my sisters, keep a couple, one myself, maybe put another in one of my giveaways. We'll see. But yeah, so those are my whips. That is the end of my preview show for what's coming up in just a couple of days. I'm so excited, and I hope that you're excited too, and I hope you'll join me on this fun, crafty adventure, and I will talk with you guys later. Until then, happy getting ready for the Advent and Christmas season. Bye. Hey, y'all. Okay, I had meant to get this video up yesterday. This is now Tuesday, but yesterday I just had so many errands and personal things to do. I didn't even get to watch the World Cup. So I am doing one final update of Pre-Vlogmas Prep because I got some things while I was out doing errands. And I also realized I never showed my Vlogmas spreads in my bullet journal. So I'll start with that. Then I'll show the couple things I got for decorations and that involve plans for Vlogmas. And yeah, and then I'm going to get this published because I've edited everything that was before this. So this is my December overview spread. I have this every month. I have a overview calendar, and then I write down the appointments and various things like that. And then this is my to-do list, things I want to accomplish. And like as I think of things, I just insert it. So I mean, it could be halfway through the month and I can put something there. So that's just what that is. It's kind of like a brain dump thing. Then there's this chaotic page. So the one on top is my WIP, the craft projects for my advents for this year. And I did also include the ones I'm hoping to work on, the quadrophenia with an old HP Harry Potter yarn advent, and then also a cowl that's also an old Harry Potter advent. With things going with work, I mean, I made this before everything had gotten away with that. And so this is definitely over ambitious, but that's fine because I want to be able to track, like, you know, what I plan on doing is using a different color highlighter, or possibly even not highlighter, but from my pen collection here. And so every day will be assigned a different color. And so if on Tuesday, like if on the 17th, I do a day 2 color down here because maybe I'm caught up over here and I just had a little extra time, so I went back down here. I want to be able to know like what day I did stuff, and I don't know. It's kind of nerdy like that. This is my Vlogmas tracker. So these are 4 that I am for sure going to keep up with, and I know that they're doing Vlogmases. Carrie, it is Carrie, right? Told me that Chelsea Yarns is doing a Vlogmas, so I knew she would have a suggestion. And I know that she's doing their advent calendar, Chelsea Lux. So I will definitely be adding them to my list to follow, but I don't know for sure who from the past that I've followed will be doing them. I'm hoping like Arne and Carlos. I love theirs from the past, and a few others like that. So as they post a first video, I will add them to the list. I don't think I can keep up with more people than what I have space for. So yeah, so that is just my tracker. And then again, like if I do start working before the new year, then I know weekends I'll have more time to catch up on some vlogs, so I'll be able to highlight and know when I did like mass binge watching of someone's videos or things like that. The next set of pages is for the WIP Wranglers. So I have all my projects numbered 1 through 20, and then over here I'll be having the dice rolls. So this is where I can show the first of my Amazon orders. So this was a set of 5. Unfortunately, one of my 20-sided dice was damaged. I don't know if I'm gonna bother to write and complain and ask for a replacement. I mean, it was 5 sets of 7 dice. That was like $8, so I'm not sure it's worth the hassle. But this is the one I'm gonna be using for Vlogmas because I think they're just so pretty. I love purple and blue. It's probably one of my favorite color combinations. I mean, green's my favorite color, but I love the combination of purple and blue, and I just think this set is so pretty. So this is actually the 20-sided one. So I will be using a real dice set to do this Whip Wranglers event. So let me just put this back in. The next ones are for my food product trackers. So on this side, I have my Plum Deluxe Herbal Tea Advent. So even though the Advent did come with a checklist, and I'll probably use this too, this will allow me to write down each tea name and then give it like 1 to 5. I think I have 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I'll color in like as many segments as I think it deserves. So if it's like a mediocre tea, it'll be 3 stars. If it's terrible, it will be 1. If it's amazing and I want to order it, it'll be 5. So for me, this is a better way of tracking than this says jingle my bells or not my cup of tea. And I find a lot of teas are in the middle, like they're not one extreme or the other. So I like to be able to have more ability to rate. And then I decided to do the same thing with the Bon Moment Jam one. These are limited edition, made for the advent calendars, so unfortunately you can't buy full sizes of them afterwards, but I do really like being able to rank them. Next up, we have the book series that I'm hoping to get through Advent on audiobooks. The World Cup is going to calm down, where there's not as many matches every day and not every day has matches. And so there will be plenty of time for listening to these books as I craft. So the first one I'll be doing is A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is my Fade Advent. And the reason why this is first is because this is the only series that I'm listening through the library system, and so there's more deadlines. I have the first book on audio, but I don't have the other 4. I do have the credits that I can buy them to, like if one's already checked out from the library, so that I can hopefully like listen to it like quickly together. So that's why that one is first. I also have the Harry Potter series. I put some of those like lesser books there too. I don't know that I will necessarily listen to them, but I have not listened past...
There are 16 FIFA World Cup matches.
Oh my gosh, why are you talking? I did not click on you. Siri, jeez Louise. I have not listened past the like 4th book, because the 5th book is always my stumbling block, since literally they came out. So I haven't reread the 6th or 7th book ever, and so I really hope to get through them. So then the final one over here is Lord of the Rings. I put all of them, but the depending on how much time I end up having, whether I get to The Hobbit or not, we'll see. But if I am going to do The Hobbit, it will be first. So The Hobbit and then the 3 books after. But if it's like coming towards the end of the time and I realize I'm not going to have time to listen to that 4th book, that I only have time for 3, then I'll give a skip to The Hobbit and listen to the others. And the final one down here is A Christmas Carol, because the Bakery Bears Advent is Dickensian, so it's themed, and so I wanted to listen to A Christmas Carol. It's really short. I've listened to it before, especially considering I listen to everything at about 2 times speed. And then I'm just realizing that I do need to add one more book here, because I am in a book club and we have a Christmas book, and I might have to actually read that one instead of listening, because I don't know that there's an audio. So that is the books to be read. And then I decided I wanted to make a Christmas 2022 bucket list of various things I want to do, either just myself or with my husband or with my family. So like I'll just read through them real quick because these are things that will probably come up in Vlogmas. So, like, I want to buy a Christmas tree. We get a real one, mainly because we from the time we moved back to Africa till like I got married, it was always a fake tree. And so I really like being able to have a real tree, and my husband likes to indulge me in that, which I am very thankful for, that he puts up with some of my little silly ideas and notions. And so buying a tree is on the list, and then look at the lights in this Sacramento area, like look at the Christmas lights, and I differentiated that for a reason. Have homemade hot chocolate. This is not going to be a problem. My husband loves to make homemade hot chocolate. He makes it because he is really good at making homemade chocolate. Although this last time he's added a few more new ingredients. He's like a child, like seriously, he's like a child at the soda fountain when you're little and they put a little bit of each drink. That's my husband. And so if there's anything he thinks he can add to the hot chocolate or to like his cup of coffee, he does. And his methods are now completely insane. But he used to have it down to like 7 or 8 ingredients. I think now he's at a dozen. Like, he's recently started adding honey to it. That's not my favorite. What else has he added? I don't know. He's just, I keep seeing him add things I've never seen him add before. And so, yeah. But his hot chocolate is delicious. It's very good. And so, yeah, that's on the list. Read a Christmas book, so that shouldn't be a problem. Christmas Eve cast on for socks. I need to put up Christmas stockings. I don't know why I put that on the list. I mean, that's a given, right? I don't know. Bake Christmas cookies, a fire in the fireplace. Again, not a problem because my husband loves to have a fire, so that'll happen. Make paper snowflakes, decorate the interior of the house. We don't really decorate on the outside. We don't even have the decorations for it. I'd love to eventually get a few, but until we do that, we just don't do the outside of our house. I want to get a Christmas manicure. I don't know that I'll get like all the various different designs like I did last year. I might just do something more simple, but I haven't had a manicure since June. And so, yeah, I'd like to get a Christmas one. Watch it. This is now a list of a few movies. So watch It's a Wonderful Life, watch Home Alone, watch The Santa Claus, watch Miracle on 34th Street. I just actually watched those last 3, but it wasn't in December, so it doesn't count. Watch Elf, watch The Grinch That Stole Christmas, watch a Hallmark Christmas movie, have a family game night, and then we have this light event that is taking place in like 7 or 8 different cities, and it's supposed to be like the largest Christmas lights show in the United States. And we're fortunate enough that this year Sacramento has one of those locations. And so I think yesterday I talked my husband into taking me on a date night because it is like $35 for a ticket, which is ridiculous. But so I think he'll take me there for a date night. Then our local fairground, the Sacramento Cal Expo, which is not like a small place. But anyways, they also have a lights event that he wants to go to. So we're going to try to go to both lights events. And then there's this large street in Fresno where my grandpa lives and my youngest sister and my parents will be visiting. And they do this fancy street, like they're the fancy houses. They do a huge light show, and there's like a radio station that goes along with it, playing Christmas music. And so we usually always do that if we're down in Fresno. So I'm really excited to be able to do that. So a lot of lights this year, but yeah. So that, if you guys have any suggestions for things to add to my Christmas bucket list, I'd love to be able to add more things because there's space. and I want to do a lot of Christmassy things. So the final couple of things I wanted to mention, and then I'm done with this video, is I got in a tea steeper thing. So you put the loose, because my herbal one is it's a loose leaf tea. So you put it in there, and this makes it 34 ounces. And then it actually dispenses from the bottom, which is why I've been wanting this one, is because I have various tea steeper situations, but I feel like there's never this much leaves on the top. And so when you have to pour it out the top, I don't feel like it really steeps enough. So, having the water go through when it dispenses the leaves, I'm hoping will make it extra nice. And then you put it on top of your cup, and that's how it dispenses. And when you lift it up, it stops dispensing. So I got that off Amazon on a Black Friday deal. I got a little poinsettia to put in the craft room, and there's a bigger one that's on the stairwell. I might need to get a different one because unfortunately it broke off. So now it's even littler. But yeah, I accidentally broke this. I thought that I had salvaged it, but I guess I didn't. So yesterday, when I was putting it into the pot and I was trying to like rearrange the leaves a bit, anyways, it was only like $3 at Walmart, so it's not a big deal to get another one. Yeah, anyways. And the final thing is I got some decoration things. So some wall window clings. And I won't go through and show them all now because I'll show them when I put them up. A wall decal one. A couple other wall ones. Some more wall ones. So. And then these are gel ones that I put on windows and mirrors. So one day I'll go through and decorate like all that, and I'll take you along with me. And so I also got a wax melt that I put in the downstairs bathroom, and then I got 2 little plug-in ones, not for wax but for the aroma, that I put in our bathrooms up here. So yeah, that's what I did, and I think that's all I have to say. So we have one more day of nothing before it's Vlogmas, so I will talk with you guys real soon and get this whole thing going. So have a great final day of November, and I will talk with you guys later. Bye.